Every Minute presents the top 10 reasons why highly intelligent people prefer to be alone. It's been well documented that most people are drawn to their opposite when it comes to personality and looks. But what about intelligence? While there's nothing wrong with being with someone who isn't intelligent, there are many reasons why you might prefer to be alone, especially if you're pretty smart yourself. Here are 10 reasons why highly intelligent people prefer to be alone rather than in relationships. 1. They enjoy the company of others but don't need them. Highly intelligent people are often introverts who enjoy the company of others but don't need them. They're perfectly content sitting in a room by themselves reading or working on a project. They find socializing draining and would rather spend their time alone or with a small group of close friends. They are more likely to think about things deeply, analyze problems, and come up with creative solutions than someone less intelligent. They value solitude and do not fear being alone for extended periods of time as it can be quite refreshing for them. 2. They are smarter than most people. Highly intelligent people are often smarter than the average person. This means they are able to understand things more quickly and deeply. They also have a high capacity for knowledge and remember more information. This can make them feel bored or restless in social situations where they feel like they are not being challenged intellectually. They are usually more self-aware. Highly intelligent people tend to be self-aware, which makes it easier for them to understand themselves on a deeper level. It is important that they find the environment that best suits their needs. 3. They can feel lost around dumb friends. When you're the smartest person in the room, it can be hard to find friends who understand you. You might feel like you're always having to explain things or dumb things down for your friends, and it can get frustrating. Eventually, you might just start preferring your own company so you don't have to deal with that anymore. They can always tell if people are lying. Highly intelligent people are very perceptive of others' emotions and reactions, which is why they can often tell when someone is lying. They might be introverted. Some highly intelligent people might also be introverted by nature. They need a lot of time on their own to recharge their batteries and give their brains a break from constant stimulation. 4. They don't share the same interests. Highly intelligent people often have a wide range of interests, which can make it difficult to find others who share those interests. When they are alone, they can focus on the things they are passionate about without having to worry about whether or not someone else is interested in them. They don't want to be judged. Intelligent people are aware that their intelligence sets them apart from other people and that not everyone will like them for this reason. As such, they would rather spend time with themselves than risk being judged by others. They prefer the company of animals. Highly intelligent people are very observant and enjoy spending time observing animals who don't judge and only care about what they do best survive. 5. They find small talk annoying. Highly intelligent people find small talk annoying because they would rather talk about things that are important to them. They also find it difficult to relate to other people who don't share their same interests. Additionally, they may feel like they are always the one doing the talking and not getting anything back in return. Lastly, highly intelligent people tend to be introverts, so they generally prefer being alone anyway. It's an excellent time for them to be able to process all of the information that has been given to them during a conversation or day. 6. Their interests are more elaborate than most. Highly intelligent people often have interests that are more elaborate than what most people are interested in. They may be interested in things like history, politics, or other cultures. This can make it difficult for them to find others who share their same interests. Many times they will decide that the best way to spend their time is just by themselves. If they do go out with someone else, they'll often feel like the person isn't able to keep up with them intellectually and will want to spend time alone again afterwards. 7. Their brains hurt after a while of listening to someone who talks too much. Highly intelligent people are deep thinkers and they need time to process information. They also like to have peace and quiet so they can think clearly. When they're around someone who talks too much, their brains hurt because they're trying to process everything that's being said. This can be overwhelming and frustrating for them. Sometimes they just want some peace and quiet. It might not seem fair, but this is how the brain works. 8. They dislike extra stimulation like loud bars and parties or clubs where music blasts from speakers for hours on end. Highly intelligent people often have a low tolerance for extra stimulation. This means that they don't enjoy being in loud bars or clubs where music blasts from speakers for hours on end. They would much rather be in a quiet environment where they can think and relax without any distractions. A recent study by the University of Queensland found that some individuals with high intelligence are more easily distracted than others. They also like to control their own environments, so it is easier for them if they live alone. 9. They have high standards which most people don't meet. They're used to being the smartest person in the room and they don't want to have to dumb themselves down for anyone. They know that most people don't meet their standards and they'd rather not bother with trying to find someone who does. They'd rather be alone than settle for someone who isn't on their level intellectually. They don't want to have to explain things all the time or deal with someone who doesn't understand them. They don't like when other people try to tell them what to do or how to live their life because they are always right. They like talking about complex topics without getting bored, which is difficult when you're around a less intelligent person who's always changing the subject back to themselves. 10. They feel bored easily by things most other people would enjoy. Highly intelligent people often find themselves bored by things that other people would enjoy. This is because their minds are constantly active and seeking new challenges. For them, sitting through a movie or TV show can feel like a waste of time because they are not being stimulated intellectually. They will only engage in an activity if it stimulates their mind in some way. They don't want someone else to do the thinking for them, so they avoid spending time with people who try to tell them what they should think about or what they should do next.